Hello students, this is Mr. Lai speaking, and this week we are having commonly mistaken words again. But don't worry, it will be a totally different set of commonly mistaken words because it is part 2 now. If you remember, last week we learned these commonly mistaken words. It is just to refresh your memory. If you would like to revisit these words, please go back to the eClass website, log into your account, and go to the assessment page. Then you should be able to find out the materials, the information, and actually the video of the last lesson. I bet that you remember doing or completing this worksheet. You do, right? So now let's move on to the new sets of commonly mistaken words. Let's take a look of the new set of commonly mistaken words here in this lesson. The first set is lead and led. The second set is pass and passed. And number 3, stationary and stationary. Number 4, two. Number 5, base. Number 6, quiet. Number 7, row. Number 8, wonder. Number 9, allowed. Number 10, break. Number 11, chord. Number 12, cue. Number 13, mountain. Fountain. Number 14, story. Number 15, desert. Dessert. So students, the rest should be quite familiar to you, and we are going to take a look of the meaning and application, and as well as the parts of speech of those commonly mistaken words. Let's start. So here is the first set, and the word we're talking about is lead, lead. It is a chemical element that is a dark gray poisonous metal. For example, lead is now much less used in producing consumer products to protect people from poison. And another word here is lead, L-E-D. It means actually, LED lead, it is a past tense or the past participle of lead as a verb. Example, the scientists are led by Professor Hui Shu Chen. Let's move on to Set 2. Set 2. Pass. P-A-S-S. Pass. The meaning is to be successful in exam or course, etc. Example. Don't you think it is basic to pass all the tests and exams? Another word is past. P-A-S-T. Past. It means the period before and until, but not including the present time. Example. You can learn much about the past if you study history. Then set 3. In set 3, we have stationary. S-T-A-T-I-O-N-A-R-Y. It is an adjective and it means not moving or not changing. Example. You often have to stay stationary when you practice yoga. Another word, it actually sounds the same, stationary, and it spells S-T-A-T-I-O-N-E-R-Y, and it is a noun. It means the things needed for writing, such as paper, pens, pencils, and envelopes. Example. Stationeries that cost more than books are luxurious items. Let's move on to set 4. Set 4. To. T-O-to. It is a preposition. It means in the direction of. Example. We can go to Macau by ferry, by bus, and by helicopter. Next, to. T-O-O-to. Meaning more than is needed or wanted. More than is suitable or enough. Example. Having a buffet every day is just too good to be true. And the last word, to. T-W-O. To. It is a noun. It simply means the number 2. Example. A bicycle has 2 wheels. Set 5. Base. B-A-S-E. Base. It means the activity or people from which someone or something gets most of their support, money, etc. Example. What is the base of the charity activity? And then the other word, it sounds the same, base, and it spells B-A-S-S. It means the lowest range of musical notes or a man with a singing voice in this range. Example. Men who sing bass well are attractive. Let's go to set 6. Set 6. Quiet. Q-U-I-E-T. Quiet. It means making very little noise. Example. Students should keep quiet during an examination. Q-U-I-T-E. Quite. It means a little or a lot, but not completely. Example. It is quite expensive to have dinner in a Chinese seafood restaurant. Next. Set 7. Role. It means the position or purpose that someone or something has in a situation, organization, society, or relationship. Example. What is your role in your family? Next word. Role. It spells R-O-L-L and it is a verb. It means to cause something move somewhere by turning over and over or from side to side. Example. It is fun to watch a dog rolling on the ground. Next. Set 8. Wonder. W-O-N-D-E-R. Wonder. It means to ask yourself questions or express a wish to know about something. For example, have you ever wondered how the light rail transit network was built? Next word. Wander. W-A-N-D-E-R. Wander. It means to walk around slowly in a relaxed way or without any clear purpose or direction. Example. Some visitors like wandering around the streets of Macau at night. Next. Set 9. Aloud. A-L-O-U-D. It means in a voice loud enough to be heard. Example. Japanese people usually avoid speaking aloud. Another word is allowed. A-L-L-O-W. It means to give permission for someone to do something or to not prevent something from happening. Example. Do your parents allow you to go home late? Next. Set 10. Brake. B-R-A-K-E. It means to make a vehicle go slower or stop using its brake or brakes. Example. Be careful to step on the right pedal when you brake. Another word, brake. B-R-E-A-K. Brake. It means to cause something to separate suddenly or violently into two or more pieces, or to cause something to stop working by being damaged. Example. Use tape on glasses so they might break less easily during a typhoon. Next. Set 11. Chord. C-H-O-R-D, chord. It means 3 or more musical notes played at the same time. Example: I still don't know what a chord is after all the music lessons. Another word, chord. It spells C-O-R-D. It means rope or string made of twisted threads. Example: chords are useful tools when you pack things up for moving. Next, set 12. Cue, Q-U-E-Q. It means a word or action in a play or film that is used as a signal by a performer to begin saying or doing something. Example: movie fans like searching for and talking about cues in their favorite movies. Another word, queue, Q-U-E-U-E. It means a line of people usually standing or in cars waiting for something. Example: queues at train stations in China right before the Chinese New Year are one of the most iconic parts about the life of Chinese people. Next, set 13. Mountain, M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. It means a raised part of the Earth's surface, much larger than a hill, the top of which might be covered in snow. Example: I admire those who like to climb the highest mountains of the world. Fountain, F-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. It means a stream of water that is forced up into the air through a small hole, especially for decorative effect, or the structure in a lake or pool from which this flows. Example: water fountains are one of the features of luxurious gardens in the West. Next, set 14. Story, S-T-O-R-E-Y. Story. It means a level of a building. Example: most blocks of public estates in Hong Kong have at least 30 stories. The other word, story, it spells S-T-O-R-Y. It means a description, either true or imagined, of a connected series of events. Example: not every parent can tell children a story before they sleep every night. Next set, that is the last set. Set 15. Desert. It means an area often covered with sand or rocks where there is very little rain and not many plants. Example: without camels or technology, no humans can live in the desert for a long time. Another word, dessert. It means a sweet food eaten at the end of a meal. Example, it is getting difficult to eat traditional Chinese desserts in Chinese restaurants now. So that was the last set. Now let's have a full picture of the new 15 sets of commonly mistaken words. Number 15, desert and dessert. Number 14, story and story. Number 13, mountain and fountain. Number 12, Q and Q. Number 11, chord and chord. Number 10, brick and brick. Number 9, allowed and allow. Number 8, wonder and wonder. Number 7, roll and roll. Number 6, quiet and quiet. Number 5, based, base. Number 4, two, two, two. Number 3, stationary, stationary. Number 2, pass, past. And number 1, lead, lad. So I hope before you do your worksheet, you can take a look of these words again, and if necessary, you can rewind. Okay, you can move backward. Okay, using your mouse or your cursor. Okay, and watch the previous content on all these 15 sets of vocabulary items that can be easily mistaken. And the last words, I would like to tell you or highlight it to you that it is actually very convenient to learn more about commonly mistaken words. So please feel free to just type the wording commonly mistaken words, and you should find some websites similar to the 4 websites here. You will learn more about these commonly mistaken words. So I would say, as a junior secondary student, it is the most important for you to spend your own time, in your spare time, in your free time, to make sure you are really familiar with English grammar and English vocabulary items. The reason is that when you become a Form 4 student, when you become senior secondary students, you will not have that much time for you to focus on your basic knowledge of English language. So thank you very much everyone for your patience and attention. See you next time.